Now, I'd like to brag, but let's be honest. If you know what he does, if you know what he does, your next question is why. And we don't know. We like to tell people that he could have been a brain surgeon, but in his own words, he aimed lower. It has been a very humbling experience watching Josh grow up, especially in those instances when I turned to his mother and asked just what the hell that boy is thinking. And she'd turn to me and go, just like his father. That said, he does have some of his mother's qualities. He is warm and generous, and he is passionate about his profession and his patients. Most important, he has a good heart. He is a mensch. And as you've gathered, we do love him as much as possible, and we could not be prouder of him. It is said that history repeats itself. If you live long enough, and I'm getting there, you see events occur time and time again. Josh is now the latest in a long line of 11 males who have married strong, intelligent, confident women like Irit. The kind of a woman who can look at her husband and see a challenge and not simply a really bad decision. History. 41 years ago, I spent the summer commuting between Boston and Teaneck, New Jersey to date my best friend's sister. We'd met in May, and about 10 weeks later, I turned to Susie and I told her I loved her. And she looked at me and said, "No, you don't. It's too soon." So I said, "But I'm going to marry you someday," I replied. And she said, "Yes, you probably will." My parents hadn't met Susie yet, and my mother said, for the only time I should add, that maybe I was getting too serious too quickly. And I told my mother, "Wait until you meet her. Trust me." Sorry about this. I know what I'm doing. Now, what's their story? Our newlyweds on display. I'm certain that most of the people in this room are just far too sophisticated to believe the highly edited fairy tale Our Story on their wedding website. And you're saying, what's the truth? Well, it's somebody's lucky day. I'm here, I have the floor, I have a mic. The truth of the matter is Josh had been in Tacoma for only a few months when he placed a situation wanted ad on JDate, a Jewish website. By coincidence, about that time, Irit was looking for a sofa on Craigslist and dialed Josh's number by mistake. Josh was just overjoyed to talk to a young woman who could sit comfortably for more than a couple of minutes. Irit really liked the fact that he had Irit really liked the fact that he had a brown and beige leather sofa. So they did meet for the first time at a place appropriately called Bizarro. It's a restaurant in Seattle where the best table is near the exit. And Josh he had an incredible time with this young lady who didn't snort her tea through her nose when she found out what he did for a living. And she's smart and funny and pretty. And best of all, she didn't make him wear surgical gloves when he got near her. So all of a sudden, we're getting these "she's the one" messages. Lots of "she's the one" messages. As in, thank goodness we have caller ID, it's him on the phone, let it go to voicemail, I can't take another of these "she's the one" messages. And you think you've won. God bless technology, Facebook, there's this ominous interrelationship. 4 weeks, and they're in relationship. How exciting. 4 weeks. 10 weeks is reasonable. 4 weeks? 4 weeks? All of a sudden, Susie and I sound like my mother, and Josh is the one who's going, wait until you meet her. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. 4 weeks. I know what some of you are thinking. How romantic. 4 weeks. How exciting. 4 weeks. How impulsive. We're his parents. 4 weeks. How hormonal. Back to history. Back to history. 3,000 years ago, Moses sends his scouts out to explore Israel. You know, this after endless years of wandering around in a barren, desolate desert. Sort of a metaphor for Josh's life, now that I think about it. But I digress. Anyway, so the scouts come back and they say, no, don't go there. Well, December 2011, we sent out our own scouts. Younger brother Michael, now senior daughter-in-law Melinda. These are tough, no-nonsense people, fiercely protective of a certain young and impressionable proctologist. And back they come. Report, go I. Report, go Susie. And they look at us and they say, we have been to Seattle. And it is the promised land. Melinda, in her quiet, shy, retiring way, goes, done deal. Engaged by next summer, married a year later. Michael adds it would be fine with him if they didn't wait that long. So finally, we get a chance to meet Irit. And even though Josh, frankly, can be a pain in the ass, and I do apologize, an obvious line, she insisted I use it. He was right. He absolutely was right. The wedding was today. Irit has been a member of our family for the past 18 months. Susie and I would like to thank Shraga and Penina for your warmth and your hospitality, your generosity, your sometimes misplaced affection for our son. We wish you many grandchildren for no particular reason. It is impossible to adequately thank you for sharing your daughter with us. Irit is a treasure. She is a smile come to life. Irit, we love you more than you could possibly imagine. Josh, we love you, and we couldn't be happier for you. And on a personal note, you really did good, just like your father. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehachianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh.